Okay, this is a quick tutorial um, on coiling earbuds. A good technique in coiling earbuds to ensure that it unravels quickly, as well as avoids any fraying of the speaker line and wire, and hopefully prolonging the life of your earbuds. All right, the earbuds I have right to my right are standard Apple iPod earbuds, the old-fashioned ones with these are earbud earpieces and a generic shirt clip. And to my left is Sennheiser CX685 stock. Alright, the old way that I used to coil, and probably the standard way that most people coil, is to coil um, a circular coil. Now the problem is if the working piece here, be it the earbud or the plug, gets in between any one of these coils, and I'm just going to stick it right here, and you unravel that, that will knot it. See it? It turns into a knot. I intentionally did that, but that can accidentally happen easily. Okay. And another thing that I found with this technique, and sometimes, and I'm guilty of this, is I secure this by taking an extra piece of the speaker line and wrapping this multiple times around the coil to secure it, like so. That works, right? It's secure. I can safely toss this in a backpack, top of my desk, in the drawer. The only problem is you could introduce a bend that could kink the speaker wire. Right here could cause some issues. I could accidentally fray the speaker connection close to the plug, or loosen that connection, which would down the road and further abuse could cause some issues and possibly make one of these buds fail to work. Right there, there's like a bend that could cause some issues here. You don't want that. So the alternative is to coil using a figure-8. And to do a figure-8, you need to expose two fingers, and in this case I'm going to use my index and my ring finger, and I'm going to wrap around those two in a figure-8 motion, or figure-8 into a figure-8. There you go. Alright, now you want to again avoid causing tight bends which could fray the speaker wire like this. You want to avoid that. And I want to introduce a rubber band as a binding tool. So what you want to do is you want to expose the top part of the figure-8 loop. I'm going to feed the rubber band through that, and I'm going to feed it on the underside of the figure-8 loop, which creates this. So I'm wrapping the rubber band around. I'm going to expose one of the loops. I'm going to expose the top, and I'm going to feed the bottom portion of the rubber band through that loop. I'm going to pull it a little bit tight, and I'm going to expose this part of the rubber band, that part that I just pulled from underneath, and I'm going to, you see this part right here? I'm going to pull that through. And what that does is it goes around itself, which binds at two locations of the rubber band, right here and right here. And that is a little bit more secure than going through it once. So the second pass just does that. And there it is. You've got nice little, they're little but not overly tight. You're not creating bends like this, which could damage the speaker wire. They're nice, and they're just nice little loops that work well. I can safely toss this in a drawer in my backpack without it unraveling or causing issues. And the great thing about figure-8, and to unravel this and to deploy this, just take the rubber band out. The figure-8, unlike the circular loop, unravels without any kinks, without any knots. That's it. It's done. Alright, now I want to address Y separators, Y connections, where the speaker line, where it where the left and right become one solid line. In this case, the Sennheiser has a nice robust Y connection, which is pretty good, but can cause some problems if you do the figure-8. Now, if I just, pull the line and start with the earbuds at my finger, and this time I'm going to use my pinky and index finger. This will create a bigger figure-8, easier for the rubber band to pass through the loops. I'm gonna, wrap around, and in most cases this is going to be okay, but in this case that's a little too tight. That bend right there could be problematic. This could be really tight, and it could get jammed in the desk drawer, and this could actually kink. This could bend, this could break. Inside it might not disconnect completely, but inside where the actual wires are connected, it could come undone, it could break, which would cause this to be inoperable. It could cause only one to quit, but it wouldn't be right. Alright, so to address that, what I want to do is I want to actually put the Y separator right in the middle. See it? Like that. And do the same thing with the earbuds. Same technique. I'm going to pass the rubber band through the top loop. I'm going to pinch with my two fingers. I'm going to go up underneath. Pull the rubber band. Expose one of the loops, and pass the rubber band through. I'm going to pull tight, and I'm going to pull it one more time to lock it 2 times. And there it is. Okay. Now, in my case, I'm going to adjust it a little bit so it actually locks, or rather the rubber band comes into the middle of the Y connector, and there it is. That's a little bit more secure. I'm more confident with that. And you can always pull this a little bit tighter, pull the rubber band a little bit tighter to further secure it. But I'm good with that. And again, I can toss this where it needs to go, and I can easily deploy it when I'm about ready to head out, do my workout, do my run. Yank it a couple times, yank the rubber band a couple times, and it should unravel without any issues, and it does. So hopefully you guys get something out of this and use that technique. Thanks.